Hi, James Hayes, Dawn's Appliances, work out of the Canonsburg location. Today I am joined with Rob Sobek, who also out of the Canonsburg location.
As James would say, hi.
That is accurate. So today we're going to touch on a couple topics that are kind of big in the appliance world right now, questions that we get asked a ton on. I think we were going to start initially on gas versus induction, because everybody is worried about what's going on with gas right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob and I would both, I think we're both in agreement that we don't know. It is, there's a lot of speculation. Is gas going to be illegal? Is it not? I don't know. But there is some really cool other options out there. Induction. So do you want to give a brief rundown on what induction is, Rob?
Yeah, sure. I mean, induction's been around a very long time, but in true American fashion, we're trailing Europe, 40 years, something like that, on introducing it, innovating on it, and things like that. But all induction is it looks like a radiant electric cooktop, where normally you would see a red hot coil that it takes forever to boil your water, and then once it does boil, if you need to drop it to a simmer, you better take some vacation days. Going over to induction, you get rid of the coils. They're going to be magnetic hobs down below. That magnetic hob is going to just direct energy with a magnetic pot or pan, and that pot or pan becomes the heating element. So where electric radiant cooktops waste 50% of the energy they produce, induction cooktops waste about 3% and actually do not make any heat at all.
Sure, yeah, and that's a good point. Induction is infinitely more efficient than efficient compared to some of the other things. Even more so than gas. A lot of people, really feel like gas is a really efficient form of cooking. It's not actually. Mm-hmm. It's there's usually 30 to 40% of loss of heat when you're cooking with gas. Where you made the point, the efficiency rating on induction is about 96 to 97%. So it's really a lot more efficient than any of the other forms of cooking out there. Mm-hmm. And it is much faster. So I personally, coming from a culinary background, we would have both forms in our kitchens, for gas and induction for different types of, how do I want to say it? For different stations.
Different kinds of cooking.
Yeah. So, and in my home, I personally feel induction is a superior form of cooking over a gas, You don't get all the cool options like with 36 and 48-inch ranges in most cases in induction, though. So, if you really want that big range, chances are it's going to be gas.
But there's some cool ones. It's coming, man. The time is coming.
Yeah.
We have one right behind us here, the Signature 48 dual fuel. Mm-hmm. It has sous vide, induction, gas burners, a steam oven, and a full-size oven. Steam and self-clean, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, remote start. I mean, it literally has it all.
Yeah, and that brings up a good point, too. The second thing we were going to talk about is technology in our appliances.
Yes, so how we came about that topic is, what do customers talk about the most walking in the store just blindly? And, colors came up, and, I want this, and it doesn't exist anymore. The traditional pink unicorn that we don't even have, and it doesn't exist, is a customer walking in and saying, I don't want my appliances to be Wi-Fi. And that's kind of like walking in and saying, I don't want my SUV to have all-wheel drive.
Sure.
It's not really going to happen too often.
At least not in our market.
Right.
So, I would say that almost every appliance today comes equipped with some sort of Wi-Fi. You do not need to use it. Like, very rarely is there an appliance out there that requires you to use Wi-Fi for all the functionality. I can think of one or two, but most of them, that's not the case. And then some of the features it gives you aren't all that useful, to be honest with you, but then other ones are really useful. My refrigerator at home will send me a notification and let me know when it's time to change out my water filters and air filters, which is really useful because I'm known to be a little on the forgetful side of my personal life. Or even if I leave the door cracked open and I'm in the other room and the refrigerator is open, I can't hear it beeping, I can get a notification for that as well now.
Right.
So, and then, on an oven, a really cool thing that you can do on your ovens now is it'll let you know when your food's cooked if you have a temperature probe equipped there. So I can go out on my back porch and have a drink and hang out with some friends, and when the stuff's ready, my watch dings and I know the food's ready, so I don't have to constantly be up and running back and forth. So cool functionality available.
I could start my oven right now. If I do have a Wi-Fi range at home, and I could remote enable my range. I could see if my refrigerator is on, let alone working. turn on my washing machine, check how far into the cycle the dryer is. There's a lot of things Wi-Fi can do. You have auto replenishment for dishwasher soap on some brand dishwashers through Amazon.
Yes.
And you know, and some brands incentivize going into the Wi-Fi and setting it up, like going with Signature Kitchen Suite. When you register it through the app and set it up for the Wi-Fi, it turns from a 2-year warranty to a 3-year warranty, and then adds a lifetime diagnostic. So no paying for house calls ever.
So yeah, no, that's
even if you never use it.
Yeah,
just
no,
do it.
It definitely, that's probably the most useful part of Wi-Fi is the ability to diagnose things remotely, which if you, in the unfortunate case you do need service, it makes it a lot simpler for everyone involved when they can see what's happening from a call center 1,000 miles away and then let a service tech know.
And let's clarify, that technology is still being worked on, being refined. It is not what we would define as robust yet as far as remote diagnostics. But we are getting there. The same way that Wi-Fi was completely unfunctional whenever it came into the market. Now there is a lot of function to the Wi-Fi appliances. The diagnostics will get there with time, but there's some vendors that are far ahead of others as of right now. But I'm sure we'll get to a place where that's how we service everything.
Sure, 100%. And then I think the last thing we had talked about was air fry. Everyone wants air fry in their oven.
Yeah, who doesn't, right?
Yeah. So air fry, and Rob can correct me if he disagrees with this, but it's just a modified version of convection. So
no, it's just convection.
Yeah.
It's not modified.
So the real secret to it is going to be an air fry basket, which many brands have, proprietary ones you can get with the ranges when you purchase them. But at the end of the day, it's a convection fan that passes air through your food, and the basket will let the grease and oils drain off the food to make things crispy. But yeah, to his point, it is convection, and I think they found that when they called it air fry, more people really resonated with that. But you'll find air fry on almost everything now today. So it's, I think, I don't know, this LG only offers one range in their whole lineup now that doesn't have air fry on it.
Yep, and it's the super basic entry level, doesn't, and it's fine, it's a good range. It just, that's the only cooking appliance they have that doesn't have air fry. And at the end of the day, expectations need to be set when customers come in talking air fry, because they have a countertop one that's what, 0.5 cubic feet, 0.6 cubic feet if they have a big one. And they want results like that, but in an oven. And what they're
you still have to allow that oven time to preheat and do the other things because it is a larger cavity.
10 times bigger.
Yeah, so in general rule on an oven is for every inch of width of oven is 1 minute of preheat time. So if you're going to air fry in your full-size oven, give it about 30 minutes to preheat up to full temperature versus the 3 to 4 minutes in your countertop air fryer.
And don't forget horizontal heat versus vertical heat. The way that it's going to finish, the way that it's going to get crispy. You can have some unevenness in an air fry oven versus an countertop air fryer. I really think the convection microwaves offering air fry are really going to deliver results closer to what people want than convection ranges and convection wall ovens.
100%.
Personally.
Yeah, 100. So, well, I think that's everything today. Thanks for being here, Rob.
Oh, thanks for having me, James.